in your, so during this period, you were still at Deloitte.
Yeah.
So run us through the culture at these big fours, and what did you pick up from these, these years that you worked at the big fours and probably even at Wokhad after that? What did you pick up from there? What is their culture that they have built such big practices, such big organizations that you learned, and which probably today you are trying to apply with your portfolio companies also?
So, PwC, I think so, it's my initial stage, and I'll say
young.
that it was just understanding the organization, how it was. But when I moved to EY, what I understand is the energy. I think that's what I'm saying. When I look back, I still get that kind of a thrilling.
Okay.
Or that kind of energy, and fortunate to work with people with the same energy.
Okay.
Not just the senior level, but at the junior level, those interns who are basically part of my team, and I'm still connected with them. But I think so, energy, your ability to accept the challenges and work on it, and relentlessly, I think so, the relentless is the word which I'll basically put it along with.
I think what I have heard from my CA friends, EY, PwC, there, I think the work, that is there, that is like too hectic. Probably it goes on till late nights, 12, 1, etc. There is no time of coming back home. So, did you learn that whole hustle thing or that thing from these companies?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I joined EY, and obviously during the season time, we call it a season time, spending whole night in office, or sitting till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night, go back, have a little bit of sleep, get ready and come back to your office. I think so that was part and parcel. But barring that, during the year also there used to be a constant thing. So it's not that you don't have, but it was a mix. And I think rather than it's on an organization side of it, because organization is how it is operating. It is more about us. Are we ready to take it or not?
Yeah.
Do you really enjoy it or not?
Yeah.
I'll not say even accept it. Accepting could be, something where you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay. It's more about, do you enjoy it or not? And if you enjoy it, I think any moment. So at my initial level, I was at a junior level. From there, obviously, when I moved to a senior level, the journey, the transformation happens. You keep passing on the work. You have your juniors to do the work execution, and you have to keep, strategizing,
planning and
absolutely.
strategizing. Yeah.
So that was basically how it happened. When I moved to Deloitte was a cultural transformation.
Okay.
That was more people-centric kind of environment. There was the life was slow. Okay, let me be very honest. What I have seen or what I have lived in EY was I'll say it's a complete 180-degree change. I was looking at the other side of it, where there was a respect for people, there was a respect for time. People were, it was an easygoing kind of a thing. So yeah, this is what was there. You have to respect people. You have to respect what they are doing. You cannot be constantly on the go kind of a thing.
Which did you enjoy more, Deloitte or EY culture? And
I think so. It's a mixed feeling. Let me be very honest. But looking at my own self, I'm a guy who's like constantly on the move. I cannot just sit idle. I do spend time with myself and for myself religiously.
Okay.
But having said that, when it comes to doing something new or work, I like to hustle. I like to run around, and I'll not shy away if I have to. As of today, also, if I have to work with somebody who's like just a graduate, I'll be running and working with them throughout. So this is what I loved it, and that's the reason if somebody tells me that between those, which one would you like? I think so both were having their own pluses and minuses, but it's again individually. So individually, considering my kind of a nature, I will say I love my stint at EY.
Okay.
Better than
Little bit better than Deloitte.
Deloitte.
Okay.
Deloitte was very nice. Means I'm not saying
I
that,
get
but
it, yeah.
it's the kind of me myself.
What blends
who
in
loved
your
it.
own personality
Absolutely.
little bit more.
So that was me, and I'm still running. So I will not say that
Yeah.
I'm taking a break. I'm still running.
So I'll tell about myself, right? When so I have not worked in a big four after after clearing my CA, and I never wanted to. Actually, my perspective was always that as much as I had heard from a couple of seniors with whom I was doing articleship and all, that big four and all these Deloitte, EY, PwC, there you get into a specialization mode. Okay, if you are into transfer pricing, you will get 2-3 companies which you are predominantly going to work on for at least 2 years, 2.5 years, or whatever, 3 years, something like that, right? It might be a little bit here and there, but this is what I had heard from people around, right? And hence, my objective was not to probably, get into any kind of a big four. So this is, I'm talking about pre-articleship actually. I didn't want to do articleship in a big four. So I went into a mid-sized firm where I did my articleship and tried to get to learn about the entire CA work that we do, from audit to taxation and stuff like that, IDT, DT, sab kuch. Everything was included in there, right? Assessment, all the stuffs. I mean, transfer pricing, we had a few cases, at least in our firm. So I got a hands on all those departments rather than doing specialization. And then after articleship, and once I was when I was clearing my finals, I never wanted to get into practice. So my thing was practice. When I did an articleship, I found it a little boring. वही audit same company का 3 साल जाने का, you have to go visit them, same books you have to see, same
Correct.
journal entries, same
Correct.
vouchers, everything same. So I found it very boring in my articleship, which did not excite me to take up practicing CA, any kind of a thing in a big four or mid-size, or do my own practice, none of that. So I was getting more intrigued in stock markets, as you were also in your college days.
That's in our blood.
So I was getting more intrigued, and I wanted to deep dive into that rather than just do an on and off trading kind of a thing. I wanted to get into that kind of a job or that kind of a role altogether, where you do research, where you get to learn more about companies, meet promoters and stuff like that. So my investment journey started from there. Uske pehle, I had never literally invested or traded much into stock markets. Before I actually started a job, and before my interest started generating in stocks, in research, in fundamental, I was never into technical analysis and all. So fundamental, being a CA, right? Numbers, balance
Absolutely.
sheet, P&L, यही ज़्यादा
True,
समझ में आता है.
true.
So that is how I started my journey in finding a job in equity research and corporate finance, and slowly, steadily so I was always into core finance, which slowly, steadily led into the startup ecosystem and investment banking and stuff like that.